Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Nerd Sense.
Love it.
Wow, Josh. Way to start the podcast for us.
No, you didn't. You didn't say you were going. You said you were ready. And
Oh, we're here. Talking. We're live.
Okay. I can get closer.
You can get closer and closer and closer. Well, yeah, anyways. We're back. Josh is here with us. And Mike, of course.
As always.
As always.
As your permanent co-host.
Permanent co-host. Well, how do you know I'm not the co-host? We are co-hosts.
Yes, I know, but like you're my co-host and I'm your co-host.
Sweet.
I didn't say you're my bitch or I'm your bitch. Is that kind of like
boyfriend and boyfriend thing?
It's pretty much what we said.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm probably just the new host and you guys are my co-hosts.
Huh. I feel like that when Dan's on sometimes.
Dan does dominate it.
It's like, okay, do you want your own show or something? So yeah, this we're gonna do this show. No, we're not gonna do it quick, but we're gonna keep it under our normal allotted time because we have some plans after this where we're gonna go probably drink heavily.
Yes,
but
like we usually do here.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, we're not gonna drink as heavily here, but we will be drinking heavily after. And maybe if you're lucky, we'll post some really embarrassing shots on Instagram.
Well, all right. Right now, we're going to have a beer that we had a couple weeks ago as well.
Not on the podcast.
But not on the podcast.
This is from Trader Joe's. It's their 2015 vintage ale. It's a dark ale brewed with spices and natural flavor added. But it's actually, as I think we mentioned before, all Trader Joe's beers are brewed by other breweries. And they're usually not shown on the bottle from what we've seen. Except this one, the cork is from, I still can't pronounce it. It's a Canadian brewery that brew a bunch of Belgians. Unibrow?
Yeah, Unibrow.
Yeah, Unibrow. They make some, I'm sure you've seen them in the stores. They have those like weird artsy looking, almost like a painting label, I guess.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I'm a big fan of the beers.
Yeah, and it's funny that I didn't really realize that they were Canadian until like last year.
No, me neither. I think we discovered it on the podcast or something. We talked about it on the podcast.
No, I discovered it when I was in Vancouver and someone's like, oh, you got a mix pack of this shit. I don't drink it. Here you go. And he brought it to the office and I was like, oh, shocked they have it up here. He goes, it's from Canada. And I was like, no, it's from Belgium. He goes, no, it's not. I was like, oh, yeah. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I think maybe you told me on the podcast.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah. All right, let's pour this. If I remember correctly, it was really good. Josh, you haven't had it yet, right?
No. Nope.
Josh is...
oh, you got him a Firestone Walker.
I did.
Ah, very nice.
Well, I saw it at the store, and I said, hey, Squish, you should buy yourself a tulip. And he's like, eh.
What store?
We went up to Nashua. Oh,
you did end up going to Nashua?
Yeah, it was good. I went up to Nashua instead of remembering to pay my car loan.
That sounds about right. That's a fair idea.
It was really stupid. But all right, I'm about to pour mine here in my Smutty News Big Balloon glass.
Yeah, I'm drinking mine out of a... I don't even know. This is just a flute. That's what they call it at night shift. It's a night shift flute. Smells spicy.
It certainly does.
Definitely reminds me of a holiday beer.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I like this. Definitely festive.
It smells really good. A lot of holiday spice.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
It's different from most things I drink.
Yeah.
That's a good, yeah. That's fair enough.
No, it's pretty good. I would definitely call this a festive beer.
Oh yeah, this is definitely like I may even think like this is really good, but like we had the Fistmas last week. Like I think it's a little too early for holiday beers. Like even though I like the flavor, but it has to be a certain time of year for me to like really like them.
Yeah, but this one here doesn't look like a holiday beer.
No.
So I think it's fair.
And then again, anything that says spices, usually you're going to get.
Yeah. And the Fistmas looks like a Christmas beer. And it has an awesome name.
Yes.
I think all those times I joked like Merry Fistmas.
You're like, holy crap, someone actually made it into a beer. They stole my idea.
So we have a new dedicated listener apparently.
Oh yes, we do. Well, we've actually got a couple dedicated listeners over the last couple months, which is
nice.
Only took us a year,
Weird.
And I guess probably a year is probably not a long time for like
not famous people
for normal podcasts. Like
maybe
whatever. We have less than 10, but we have 4, maybe 5 normal listeners now. Do you normally listen?
No.
You're on the show. You don't even listen. Then again, I don't normally listen, but
I listened to last week's. It
well,
was really
technically,
good.
I do listen to every single episode, but
Yeah, well, you edited it.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so
I'll
this.
listen to pieces of some here, and when you send them,
Yeah.
I don't even listen to any other ones.
but go on, Mike. What were you gonna say?
I'll say I got a text because a good friend of mine named Spencer was I don't know, he asked me what the podcast was called because he just started listening to podcasts, and I said you probably shouldn't listen to ours, and he
True story.
yeah, no shit, he wouldn't listen, but then he did listen to the podcast, and now he's gonna actually send us beer. I think he didn't like the fact that we were drinking. I think he called Rasputin. I think he called it Swill.
Did you really?
I think so. But he's gonna send us some beer. I don't even know what some of these are, but there's it says Southern Oregon Brewing Pinup Porter, Ecliptic Cannabis IPA, some breakfast break something brewery India Pale Ale, Bowie IPA, Laurelwood Brewing IPA, and Alameda IPA.
I've never heard of any of them, and I cannot fucking
Oh,
wait. Because
dude, I'm so excited.
I love getting beers like I've never heard of. Like the weird thing is I don't buy them as much in the store because they're mostly local that you never heard of, and sometimes the ones you don't really hear of around local or New Hampshire breweries, they're hit or miss. But it's Portland, so they're going to be fucking ridiculous.
Well, when we went to Portland, I think it was last year or year before or whatever. I mean, we hit quite a few breweries, and everything I had was excellent. Even if the particular beer wasn't like my kind of thing, I could at least really appreciate the craft.
Oh yeah,
It was really good, and I felt like the prices were all relatively low because there's so much competition, you know.
Yep,
So like I drank a lot, didn't spend a whole lot of money.
that makes sense.
You know, it was a really, really good time. I really had a good time.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. Yeah, we'll have to make a Massachusetts or New England care package for him too and send that off.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to him, but if he listens to this podcast, he should know that one will be coming soonish.
Surprise! If we're gonna send it soon, we need to send it soon if we want to send him a heady. If we
Yes.
don't send it soon, then we should wait until we get fresh heady.
Yes, or I mean,
Even send him a heady of any kind is fine.
yeah, and I mean just sending him anything that, like beers that he can't get here.
Yeah.
You know. So, sorry, beers that he can't get there.
Right.
You know, so like stuff from like Vermont. It would be nice if we can get a trip and get some like some stuff from Lawson's and stuff, but
That would be nice. That would be nice.
it'd be nice for him for sure.
So, Mike made his own liqueur.
I did.
Why don't you tell people what it's about?
I used to buy this stuff made by Grand Marnier called Navan. It was like a vanilla
You've mentioned it before. On the podcast, Mike.
cognac-based drink, and they stopped making it, and it was kind of depressing because it was great. You can make a couple of drinks that tasted like you're drinking a vanilla Coke, and next thing you know, you're so fucked up you can't even function because the stuff is pretty strong, you know. And so I found this recipe to mimic it online, and it doesn't taste like Navan to me, but it tastes really good.
Have you had it before?
I haven't had the Navan, but I tried this yesterday.
Yep.
So yes,
Okay. Well, I meant the Navan, so we could have another person tell us.
Oh no, Navan, they stopped making it in like 2010, 2011.
Okay.
So I wanted people to try. Just put a little bit in each glass, right?
Yeah.
And
So what's in it?
Brandy.
Mm-hmm. Just regular brandy.
Yeah, I found it's a VSOP.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then brown sugar and simple syrup and whole vanilla beans.
Did you make your own simple syrup?
Yes, I made my own simple syrup. Yep.
Smells boozy, but you definitely got a sweetness after.
Well,
Yeah.
it's definitely like it's definitely like almost 80 proof.
So the only thing in there that's liquor is the brandy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I was mixing fruit juices. These
course.
they're mostly like a vanilla bean, which I removed after it was done steeping. The brown sugar, which I strained out with
coffee
filters, and a little bit of sweetness added by the
simple syrup.
The simple syrup, yeah. And it was only like a couple ounces, like 2 ounces.
It smells boozy.
Yeah, because it's booze.
I know. but it's still very sweet. Take a sip.
Yeah. What do you think?
Wow,
It's nice, right?
that's good.
Yeah.
The way you explained it actually is like perfect because you're like you get the heat of the alcohol, but then like the sweetness kind of mellows it.
Yeah.
It's really tasty. That's like definitely like a good. I don't know how. I think that may be like good if you like heated it up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I had it last night a little bit straight. I had Josh try it, and then I added a little bit of Coke to it, and that was the big difference. Where I was like, it didn't taste like the way I used to drink it, but I can drink it like I can just drink it on some ice. You know?
I think that would also be good in like a coffee, like an Irish coffee, but made with that instead. Well, not obviously not Irish coffee at that point, but like a coffee liqueur almost. If you mix it with coffee.
Well, now that I know how this worked out, next time I'm gonna make a bigger batch.
Is that all you made?
Yeah, I only made enough to basically fill the fifth.
Yeah.
You know.
Still, yeah.
So, but I like it a lot. So I'm glad I made it.
Me too. It was really good. And thank you for bringing it.
No problem, buddy. I also have an early Christmas present for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, he's pulling his dick out, people. Why am I surprised?
I have to look away. This is gross.
There's 4 Spiegelau in here. 2 of the Pilsner glasses and 2 of the wit beers.
I love you.
I'm gonna take the box home though, because I want it for storage.
Oh, that's fine.
But there's
Awesome.
the lager or Pilsner glasses, whatever. They're basically like little flutes, little tulips, and then there's 2 wit beer glasses in there.
Oh wow! I looked. I never. This is not as what I was expecting. Like it looks. Yeah, obviously it looks exactly the same shape, but I didn't expect the size. You know what I mean?
It's really big.
That's what she said.
Seriously.
So there's an early part of your Christmas present.
Oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I like how the thin glass is good.
Yeah, I'll take these out after.
So, but yeah, there's 4 of them in there for you.
Thank you very much.
No problem, brother, buddy.
Was that what you've been trying to get off your hands? No, right? Remember you kept saying you.
No,
wanted
I just bought those last week. No,
I was gonna say like those could have waited, but.
no, but I wanted to get rid of those anyway, so I figured I'd bring them over because what's the use of having them if no one's using them?
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna use them for sure.
Awesome.
Like I think that the wheat glasses would be good for a lot of other styles too. Like
I
I
think
think
so,
even
too.
IPAs, because again, like I've said it before, and you're like I don't get the difference between their stout glass and their IPA glass too much. Like I haven't tried it side by side, but
Well, apparently the ribbing is for your pleasure, not hers.
okay.
But no, I guess the way the beer goes over the ribs causes it to effervesce a little bit and causes it to release more of the aromas. That's according to something I read.
That makes sense. Well, speaking of beer glasses,
Oh wow!
good Sieg. Is it Sieg or Segway?
Segway.
Segway or Sieg?
It's funny that I thought about that yesterday.
What, how to say it?
Well, because I remember thinking I used to say Sieg all
Yeah.
the time, and I was like, man, I'm such an idiot. It's definitely Segway.
But we wanted to kind of touch on proper glassware for craft beer, but we're actually not going to do. We're going to do it like a generalized discussion so that you guys can get an idea. If for anyone that doesn't really understand the proper glassware stuff, kind of get a general idea. Then we're going to do a podcast maybe in a couple weeks. Actually, with the schedule, which we have to talk about, it could be sometime next year. A more in depth, like tasting with all the different glasses and whatnot. And,
Oh, that's awesome.
and find all the beers.
Do you want to join us for that
Well,
podcast?
Yeah, I figured
I
that's what
do,
was
but I
looking at.
don't like either of you, so there's a good... Actually, I love you, Sean. Okay, yes. Final answer.
No, all of us are converted, right? About beer glasses, right?
What do you mean converted? Like the glass matters?
Yes.
For some styles, yes. Like
I think for any style, really.
I don't know. I still think a pint glass sometimes works in some senses.
Well, a pint glass works as far as ease and.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's ever the preferred glass.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Now that I've tried new ones, it's... I always thought it was something retarded. I'm like, really, what is a glass gonna do just because it's shaped differently? Then you try it and like, fuck, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I remember I said like the first real time I was ever introduced to craft glassware was the Sam Adams,
Oh, right.
the Boston Lager pint glasses.
Yep.
I never cared before that, right? And I was
Nope.
like, oh, they have this. They're like, this glass is you got to drink Boston Lager out of it, and it's like different.
We all thought that too.
And I was like, and you know what? I think when I got it, like I think I remember thinking, wow, this really does taste different.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't, like really at all. I don't think. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could just be me being biased and like.
I think I don't know. I like the glass overall. I like the way it looks, and
The look
and
is.
I don't know how useful it is for anything other than like a regular kind of like a like a regular American ale or regular like American lager.
Like if it's a regular American ale glass like that, give me a pint glass. It doesn't really matter at that point. I don't think you need like a.
Yeah, if you're not doing anything that where the aroma is going to be really big deal.
Like I would say the beer we're drinking now, we're probably the closest that you probably have the closest because you'd probably drink something like this out of a goblet.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Belgian-y, you know.
Yeah, I don't do it as much though. Like, I don't do pint glasses. Like, I'll do this. This is like my go-to glass, or the Smutty Nose glass that Mike has.
It's their.
When I had my tulip, it used to be my tulip.
What's that?
Well, I said when I had my tulip, it used to be my tulip.
What happened to your tulip?
I dropped it.
Oh, Jesus.
That was like, this was at the old apartment though.
Were you drunk?
Probably. Actually, no, I don't think so. Because I've broken plenty of glasses and I wasn't drunk. Like my last night shift one I broke, I wasn't drunk. I was drinking, I wasn't drunk. It was the first beer of the day, so it didn't count.
At 7 a.m.
The go-to glass for me...
It was actually a breakfast stout, so it made sense.
Ugh, gross.
It was Matt's breakfast stout.
Oh.
Not that you probably wouldn't think anything different.
Very coffee-ish?
It's very good.
But did it taste like black coffee?
No, not really. He does put a lot of coffee in it, though.
That's what the breakfast stout tastes like.
Yeah.
The KBS.
Are you going to go to the CBS thing Tuesday?
I'm not sure because the time frame.
I wish I could go.
You won't be able to go?
I'm leaving Sunday.
Oh, that's right. When do you get back?
Friday.
Fair enough. Are we going to be able to podcast or no?
I don't think so because I'm getting back at like 6.
Oh,
and then
plenty of time.
Yeah, then I'm going to be like, I've been drinking for a week straight.
I was like, that's your problem.
I'll still be storing my
Where's
words.
my beer?
So, but okay, so yeah, there's the IPA glass from Spiegelau, which actually I don't think is very well known, right? Like,
no,
you drink IPAs, you don't really, you can drink them out of, a lot of people drink them out of regular pub glasses, or a lot of people I'll pour them into this normally. Mm-hmm. Like the Spiegelau glasses, I use them, but I don't really pour IPAs into them a lot. Like,
now, do you not use them as much because they're a pain in the butt to clean?
Yeah, I have to hand wash them all the time, and I feel like I'm gonna fucking break them.
Yeah. That's really fair.
I feel like I'm gonna break them. And then if I'm using if I had to get my hand in there, I feel like sometimes I'm gonna cut myself on the thing. It's so
thin and
it's crazy how thin it is. And I'm just afraid I'm gonna break them.
Yeah.
But I'll use when I got the Smutty Nose snifter, I used to use that for a while, and then I started using my night shift flute in the night shift glasses we usually use down here, the long stem ones.
Mm-hmm. I like those. Those are nice.
Yeah, those are really
By the way,
nice.
Smutty calls this glass the Smutty Nose Big Beer Series Balloon Glass.
That sounds about right. I think for like these type of glasses are still good for into a beer because you still get like the lips and stuff like that. You're still gonna get like the flavor profiles of certain stuff.
Yep.
But doing I lost my train of thought. I was on to something. Like if you're gonna use like you can't use goblets for everything because goblets are they're almost like a pint glass, right? They're good for certain beers, but you can't use a goblet as an all around glass because you're gonna get you're not gonna get the flavors, I don't think.
No, I think that like if you're talking about like chalices, those big kind of goblets.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think even then, like the glasses are generally really thick and the mouth is way too wide. You lose a lot of the aromas, you know.
Yeah, like I still think like the night. I think the last year's night shift one, the one that looks pretty much like a balloon glass, but
yeah, I have one.
The night shift one?
Yeah, I bought one.
No, the one I have on the stem with the long stem.
Oh, right.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, yep.
But then the year before that, I don't even know what style glass that is. Remember the one I broke one of?
Yeah.
What would that even be?
It's like a.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
I never saw a glass that shape before.
No.
Oh, I have. Hill Farms. What's it called? Has them. Treehouse has glasses that same shape and stuff like that. But I don't know.
I've never seen theirs.
Yeah. What? Yeah, you have.
No. I never.
Oh, yeah.
They're glass.
Yeah,
I've never seen one like that.
No.
They had like that.
But it's kind of like it does kind of go out like a tulip almost, but it's still like.
Yeah, but
it balloons out more at the bottom and then like really narrowly goes up. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, it's called. I've seen it before. But even there are some beers that like that even drinking out of like even like a champagne glass is preferred.
Yeah, and like if you don't have the proper glassware around for certain stuff, grab a red wine glass.
I think a red wine glass. Even I was reading some thing about glassware by various brewers where they insisted that you should never drink the beer out of a regular style pub glass, and if they asked them for a wine glass instead. I was like, no shit. I never thought to ask, but we've drank from wine glasses here a million times.
How would I use that all because the wine glasses I have upstairs look exactly like the goblets I have too. So it's like,
yeah, and if you get like a nice red wine glass, we can get those concentrated aromas.
Yeah,
you know?
Not a white wine glass, people. Not like the thinner.
No, a red wine glass.
The more rounder, wider ones. Yeah.
Right. Now, Joshua, I got you this tulip today. What do you think of it so far?
I'm gonna break it.
The thing is that those are treated. They're stronger than they look, but the thinner the glass, the better they are actually.
I meant I was gonna throw it up the wall.
Oh,
but no, it's definitely a thin glass. It's nice though. And
yeah, I need to get a tulip.
You like you can actually smell the beer as you're drinking it and stuff.
Yeah, I love those.
There's been experiments with children, where like blindfolded, if you give them like a piece of like raw potato and have them eat it while you have an apple under their nose, that they'll taste the apple in the potato.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty crazy. And so like your nose has such a major effect on what you're tasting,
That makes sense. Yeah.
So like if you block your nose while you're having a beer, it's a completely different experience than if you're drinking the beer while you're breathing it in, Well, Sean's trying it. Wow. I feel like...
Yeah, no, you're right, because...
No, I'm right.
I don't know if just because I'm not breathing, but like, I didn't get as much spice. I don't know. I shouldn't have said that. I should have let Josh do it and see what he said.
Josh is a grown man. He can do it by himself.
No, but now he's going to have what I just said in his head. He's going to think about it.
There was like no flavor.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But I don't know if
difference.
that's concentrating on not breathing.
Until I started breathing, even you still didn't.
Because I got at the very end, like when I started breathing, when you took the glass.
Yeah, but it's still not as much as if you were taking a normal sip. It was almost a wasted sip.
Yeah, it's amazing how much your nose, has to do with the way you taste things.
It's good thing I didn't get a bloody nose. You know how weak my nose can be.
Yeah, which is why when I'm sick, like I'll try not to drink. Like, well, then again, when I'm sick, I usually don't drink anyways. But if I do want to drink or have a beer, something like that, I want everything good.
Last year, I was I had got a cold or something stupid. And we were trying to leave, or we were going to do something. And those little things that you put in water, not like a seltzer, but like air or something.
Oh, Airborne.
Airborne.
Yeah.
I tossed one of those in a cup of water, and I just poured some like orange liqueur thing we have at home. Just top it in. Started right there, and then I got drunk.
That's not bad because the Airborne stuff kind of tastes like an orangey, lemony, like citrusy thing. So I could see that being a pretty good mixer if you're sick.
Well, we don't drink it. We had it forever, and I was like, what can I get?
Is that the stuff Tasaki got me? That Grand Marnier stuff?
No. It was some sort of Malibu something that you bought because you got it really cheap.
Oh no, I got it of a Chan. Yeah. I actually brought it to Katie's once. We bought it to bring to Katie's. Oh. And then Chan really didn't drink much of it. I think me and Nick had some because it was there.
And you and Nick took a shot.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
It's not really a shot. It's shit, but whatever.
Yeah. It's like Kool-Aid.
Yep.
That tastes like suntan lotion.
Yuck.
Now, if you go to beeradvocate.com, you can look up various kind of beer glasses. And they'll kind of go over like the various styles and the uses for them. I have never used like a flute glass, a champagne glass for beer.
That's pretty much what this is.
Yeah, that's not as narrow though.
Yeah, okay.
But it's I probably have the same exact effect though because of the length of it. Mm-hmm. But it's apparently it ensures that carbonation doesn't dissipate too quickly because the smaller surface area.
Mm-hmm. What styles does it say to use?
Wild ales.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Box, Pilsners, European strong lagers, Lambics, Malbox, Schwarzbier, stuff like that. Vienna Lager, Weizenbox, stuff like that.
Okay. That's kind of a wild. I was going to say that's kind of a broad spectrum because it's like wild ales.
Yeah, but
you got like sourness, and then you got like they're like just like okay, just a regular like
Well,
Vienna Lager is just it's like a regular yellow pilsner.
It's a pilsner, yeah. And like goblets, have a much smaller range of beers using them because I think they're relatively limited. They're wide mouths.
They're mainly made for like those big Belgian tripels or
right.
Yeah.
And even then, I mean, I'd rather have like the tulip shaped glass for a Belgian, honestly.
That's what I've been doing. I've been either doing that or I've been using like my night shift glass just because my goblets are in the back of the cabinet because I don't use them as much, and I'm like, these glasses are fine. And the other thing you got to think, so like as much as I do like using proper glassware, the thing you got to think of is when you go either to a beer fest,
yep,
or when you go to a brewery and they do samples. The flights are either going to be something like a normal size, like a normal style glass, or in like Trillium's case or a few other ones, they have those little small round snifters.
Like Night Shift has little small snifters too.
Because that's what Trillium has as well.
And that's the way it should be, I think.
Yeah, because those are like the best of both worlds, right? Like you're at least getting like the little lip, so you get left. Yeah. But beer fests, I understand. That's probably would take a lot more to make, even if it's plastic.
And people would be dropping them left and right.
Well, I don't mean glass.
Even still, I think that simple shape is easiest to hold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like especially for drunks.
And you're not getting enough beer, I think, to really like you at least can get a smell.
Yeah, they're so small you can really get a concentrated.
They're pretty much like these, but yeah, you still
narrower.
You still get.
Yeah, and honestly, like especially the first extreme beer fest I went to, I got so fucking drunk it didn't even matter by the end.
Yeah.
Like the first few you're there to taste, and then you just loaded. Now I was in looking up goblets. It says here that some goblets are designed to maintain a 2-centimeter head, and this is achieved by scoring the inside bottom of the glass, which creates a CO2 nucleation point. But you said you're right. It's for like Belgians and the quadrupels, the tripels, and stuff. Now, do you ever use like mugs?
Like Steins?
Yeah, like a Seidel Stein type.
Carrie got me one, and I have like other Steins, but I can never find anything. Like I want to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But so we went to this brewery in North Carolina when I was down to visit Larry, called Gibbs, and they actually had a world-winning at GABF ESB, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be great to try. And they had like really good IPAs and what they had all their beers were out of this world, right? They served them all in Cheers mugs, Cheers style mugs, like the mugs. Yeah, the dimpled mugs. All beers were served in that.
Like the small, like they're almost like a big coffee cup, or the tall ones.
Small like a coffee cup.
Okay,
like
yeah.
Height-wise, yeah. All the beers were served like that.
Interesting.
And they were all fantastic.
Something like this, Sean?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have those. I have two of them, but mine were I got them for the Guinness like 200th anniversary or whatever. And I've used them for like stouts and stuff. I'm not sure that's the best.
Yeah, I don't know what else I'd really drink it. Like yeah, I guess a stout or something like that. Or I guess if we were drinking like just ales, like just I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean
you can drink Boston Lager out of that.
It's a good glass if you're just looking. It's slightly better than probably a like a regular like shaker pint.
Yeah.
But it's good for like just putting beers down. It's a good delivery system for pounding them.
So which one of you picked this beer out?
Joshua did. And what is this, Josh?
This is here, yeah.
Let Josh discuss it.
This is Battle Axe IPA, and that's about all I got. It has an awesome picture on
by
it.
Kelson. It's actually a New Hampshire brewery.
They have awesome artwork.
They have a stout. Oh, actually, it was a stout that Melanie brought over.
Okay.
That I think no, it wasn't the stout she brought over. No. She brought it down to Larry, and we had it. They make some really good stuff. Like I actually want to go up there. I haven't had their IPA yet, so I'm really. Oh wow, it smells really good. So yeah, very good choice.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah. Smells like.
Whoa. That has some balls on it.
Well, it's called Battle Axe, and it has like a giant dude with a battle axe on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kelson is based out of they're out of Derry.
What do you think that smells, Swish?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's like piney and
Oh yeah.
like tropical fruit in there somewhere.
It smells like. Where'd you guys get the Vermont water? But then again, I haven't tasted it yet, so.
True.
I'm afraid to taste it because the nose is so good.
Wow. No, taste it.
God damn, that is an awesome IPA.
Yeah.
And you know the carbonation is not as strong as I thought. It's really like soft mouthfeel.
Yep.
That's what I was about to try to say. I don't know how to say it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's like a softer, kind of more like gentle mouthfeel. And
Yeah.
it doesn't have that carbonated like pop. You know.
See, the problem is like, and this is great, but I feel like if we brewed this, we would be disappointed.
I don't think I would be disappointed by this shot.
I don't know.
This is awesome. I think I'd be worried about the carbonation that I
that's-
fucked something
I
up.
think so too,
but the flavor profile is awesome.
yeah, the flavor profile is really good. Yeah, that's really good.
Josh, that's an awesome choice.
Yeah. So did you pick it out on that it was an IPA plus the fact the label is awesome?
That is exactly why I picked it.
That's a good reason to
We
pick
had
it.
another one that was pretty cool. I can't remember the name, but it was less alcohol. So this one sounded cooler and had
double
more
or a-
alcohol.
Single.
It's
Oh, it's
single.
an IPA. Did we say it's an IPA?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's just a regular IPA.
Yeah, 7.2 is just a regular. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was like 5.6 or something.
But 7.2 that's a ballsy
Yeah.
IPA. You know, IPAs usually should be maybe about 6. You know,
Yeah.
unless
Now-
the sessions.
Let me ask you this.
Yep.
Would you prefer to drink this, what you're drinking out of it now? What do you think a Spiegel glass, IPA glass would really be?
I think
Especially if we're splitting it. Because obviously you're going to get, if we were splitting this, we all had Spiegel glasses, it would probably fill what? Right over the dimples?
yeah, probably.
Like remember when we split the, last week when you picked up your car?
Yeah, we split a 12-ounce beer.
And I had it in the Spiegel glass, but I only had it to
Yep.
yeah. What do you think?
Well, I mean,
Do you think it's better? Do you think Spiegel are better for full?
I think Spiegel glasses are better for if you want to have an IPA at home and relax and drink your beer, you
Yeah.
know, like it.
But if you know you're going to be drinking a lot of beers,
It's
I'm not going to have the wheat glass out, the Pilsner glass out, the Spiegel,
No.
the IPA glass, and then the stout glass out, line them up and make like a shitload of dishes for myself, right?
Right.
Like,
No,
like
you
if I knew it,
wouldn't.
I'm probably going to do that, or I'll probably do this. But,
yeah, it's the thing is, I almost always like getting at some stemmed glassware of some sort.
is always
It's the preferred method, I think, you know. And I think that the thinner the glass, the better, in my opinion. So, Joshua probably has the best glass of all of us right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And I got it for the best price.
How much was it?
I think
Free for me.
Oh,
I think I spent $9 on it.
nice. That's
They're,
worth it.
they're like 8 or 9 or something.
This was like I think 8 at night shift,
Yeah, I think.
and it's a branded glass too, which I would expect it to be more.
Yeah, it was a good price. And
Yeah.
my night shift.
Wait, where in Nashville did you go?
The craft brew place right off of Route 3,
Place right off.
or Spitbrook Road.
Am I having a brain fart?
Yes.
Craft beer cellar?
Something like that. Yeah,
Oh yeah, craft beer cellar. Yeah.
it's right off Spitbrook.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
So yeah, I saw they had a couple of glasses, and I was like, hey, Josh, should you buy one? He's like, yeah. But then I was
Probably
in
could have
my,
went to Redstone faster.
I can't trust 495, and 495 is always a fucking nightmare.
Fair enough.
Route 3 turns into a pretty bad nightmare, but I went right before the rush.
Yeah.
Like when we were heading back, Route 3 looked like horrible. So it just seemed like the better idea to go run up there than head up 495.
Fair enough.
But either way, as I've mentioned even in the past, for general all-purpose drinking, I think the best thing is a like a chalice, not a chalice. Sorry, I mean like a tulip-shaped glass or like a wine glass is the best way to go.
Like the best craft beer bars you're going to go to, they're going to give you proper glassware.
Every time.
I remember when
even Tavern gives you reasonable glassware for stuff you buy.
Yeah, because if you get the higher alcohol drinks, they'll give you the smaller.
But the
I'm wondering. I don't know. I'm wondering. I think that may have to do with alcohol content more than proper glassware.
yeah, but I always get the high alcohol ones.
Right. So they give you the tulips, like they'll give you the bee hoppy and a tulip. So
Yes, they do. And that's
like
usually what I buy there.
Yeah, right. So
I got buffalo mac and cheese.
oh yeah, that buffalo mac and cheese is really good too.
Yeah, it was.
That one needs to open in Lowell,
Yes,
and then that's where we're going for lunch every day.
Yep.
every day,
Yep.
Every day.
Every day.
all day.
Day.
All day, day, every day.
We just lost a listener.
Yeah. I think we did this last time too. Last time you were on, I think in the mics are the same exact thing.
I guess I'm not getting invited back anymore.
I did it too, so I don't care. Yeah, we lost a listener. We're at -5.
Or less people listening than 0.
Yay. But yeah, no, I really think the tavern does it more on a alcohol base than a proper base.
I think a few places do that,
Yeah.
actually.
I remember when Ward 8 first opened.
Yes.
And I was all excited. They were a craft beer bar, and I'm like, and then they gave you those little 10-ounce mugs for everything, and I'm like, really? And then they did change before they
Closed down.
went bankrupt probably. But yeah, most places will give you Garcia's won't, but they're not really a craft beer bar. They do have craft beer, but they won't give you any special glassware usually. Unless
I think
unless the distributor gives you
the glasses.
and usually they're just branded pint glasses.
Well, remember that one time we went to Fuse and they had those Baxter like can-shaped glasses?
Oh, did I tell you I broke one?
No.
Then Carrie slashed her foot open with it the other day.
Slashed her foot open? Or
So I broke it like the night we went out on our date night a couple months ago, like last month or whatever, and I forgot about it because I was so drunk. We were both so drunk. Don't worry, the baby was someplace else, people. It was at my parents' house, and I broke the glass, and I was like, I'll get it in the morning. And I forgot about it, and then like I was trying to find like a cable behind the bed, and I was like, oh shit, and then I had like flashbacks, and I went, oh yeah, I broke that, so I cleaned it up, right, and then like maybe like 3 nights ago, Carrie's like, Sean, come here, and I'm like, what is there, a fucking spider? And I'm like, what do you want? And she's like, I cut my foot. I'm like, yeah, oh, sure you did. And I look at her foot, and it's like just like oozing blood, and I was like, shit, what did you do? She's like, I stepped on a piece of glass, and she didn't know it was glass, and like she thought it was just something else. She stepped on, like didn't like cut her foot, so she put it on top of her other foot to scrape it off, and she sliced the top of her foot. And it was just, and I was like, and I was like, maybe it's not that bad. And I got the paper towel and I dab it and I go, oh, and I was like, oh, that's gross.
Sean
She's bleeding out. You're grossed out.
And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. And I was like, shit, I thought I cleaned it up. And I'm like, well, I guess we have to wear shoes and make sure Kelly doesn't like do anything because the weird thing was it broke on my side of the bed.
It was on her side.
It was on her side of the bed, and that was what, like a month. That's a month later. So I'm wondering if there's more glass like in her bedroom somewhere. I'm like, fuck.
You should probably do a thorough sweep.
I did. I like brought the vacuum in and vacuumed
Or unless
everywhere.
you want to live dangerously.
Well, I guess I could do that too.
Okay, Austin Powers.
But yeah, when she's like, I then put my foot on top of my other foot and tried to scrape it off, and I was like, ew.
Gross.
All right, our next style of beer glass is called a Pilsner glass.
But that glass you're trying to talk about was the
Yes.
can glass.
Right. I was just commenting that we got that. I asked.
Yeah.
I said, can I buy one of these glasses? He's like, sure, just take one. I was like, can I take 2? I said, yes. It's like, sweet. and honestly, they've had Baxter consistently since then. And Baxter's a pretty solid IPA. I like it.
Baxter's a great IPA. They're Stowaway IPA, and then they're
I think this
is another one too.
Yeah.
But the Stowaway is one they add.
Yeah. And they've had it consistently since then. So whenever I go there, that's pretty much the beer
Which
I
I'm
get.
actually shocked because I don't see Baxter anymore too much.
No.
I don't know what happened to them.
No. Oh, if I go to that place, I usually get Baxter or I get the Allagash White. Allagash White is a pretty fucking solid beer to have too.
I always forget it's a solid beer.
Yeah. What I like about it is like it's sort of peppery, and you don't usually get that in like a white ale. I like it. It's
Yeah.
good.
And Allagash is another beer I always. Allagash in general, I mean, like is a brewery I always don't really buy because
But
it's
that beer you got last week was ridiculous.
Stuff. Last week?
When I had the brand new or whatever it was, wasn't that Allagash?
Where? Here?
Yeah. What was the one? Which one was that? Who made that?
Was it here in the podcast?
No, you had some when I came over.
No, that was Lagunitas fresh hop.
Lagunitas. Oh yeah, sorry. That place is great too.
Yeah, no, Allagash is something I just never think to.
Well, Allagash makes a curio, and that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. They make really good stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Lagunitas and Allagash. I don't know why sometimes you get them confused.
I don't know, one's in Maine, one's in freaking...
I'm stupid, that's why.
California. I don't know.
Well, it's not about... I mean, I think I like both their white ales.
Yeah.
You know. I was saying that the next style glass, though, is the Pilsner glass. That's your standard sort of like...
So the weird thing... Yeah, so the weird thing is the Pilsner glass in that Spiegelau makes is different than a normal Pilsner glass.
It is.
So this reminds me more of just
almost like a wine glass, a little...
Yeah, a wine glass or even a...
tulip.
Dude, this is pretty much like I don't need to buy a tulip now, thank you.
No, now you
this
two
looks
of them.
pretty much like...
Yours is bigger.
Basically,
in my life.
That's what everyone says. This is pretty much a tulip glass. Like, well...
It is.
Basically.
Actually, Josh isn't really a tulip, though. The tulip's literally tulip usually more, I think.
Well, no, and I said that to him earlier, but it's still good.
Yeah, no, it's still fun. They're like, yeah, this actually may turn into my new go-to, like, at all times glass now that I see what this looks
Basically, I just wanted to have glassware I could use when I come over.
like. Oh, you're so selfish.
Merry Christmas, by the way.
Merry Christmas, I'm going to use your glasses.
By the way, I also hate Christmas, so...
Yeah, whatever. We're still going to have a nice holiday special.
We will have the holiday special, which Joshua apparently is going to be...
This guy's called the holiday special. We're gonna try to have everyone. Well, not everyone, but like me,
Erwin.
the four of us.
The four of us.
Everyone. And in case everyone forgot, Jason's still alive, by the way. He tried. He was supposed to be on last week,
but forgot or something.
Something happened. Things fell through. He asked about being on this week, but I told him we couldn't have another guest. And then the week after that, I'm not going to be here.
I win.
Well, it's no one's fault. It is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jason's will be back. We're probably going to do the holiday special, I think. I don't know. Mike and I are going to discuss this after. But we're probably going to do episode 50. For the way we're scheduling right now, is going to be December 4th is when we're going to record it. Okay. Because this is episode 48.
All right. Pilsner glass is typically tall, slender, and tapered. It's generally about a 12-ounce glass.
Does that sound like a circumcised penis to you, Josh?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
Wow.
Okay.
12 ounces? That's a pretty fucking big penis.
Well, I wasn't listening to the size. I was more saying the physical description.
It's generally shaped like a trumpet. Jesus.
We are children. Okay, sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Because we're adults.
And it's supposed to capture the sparkling effervescence and the colors of a Pils while maintaining its head. No laughing at head.
I don't know what's so funny about that, Mike.
Right.
I don't. That's not funny at all.
And a pokal, a European Pilsner glass with a stem is called a pokal. And the benefit's supposed to be, it's supposed to showcase color, clarity, and carbonation, and it's supposed to
Now, that's not this Pilsner glass, right? This is a regular, like...
No, the standard sort of, like, conal shape.
All German-shaped beer glasses, pretty much.
Right,
that are not Steins.
Well, lager is a German word. Pilsner is also a German word. But it's supposed to promote head retention and enhance, like, the volatiles, And... They're nice to have, and I actually have a set of them, but I never use them.
I have one small one, one big one left. I had a set of 4 and I broke them. I actually used them the other day for a half because sometimes they're good for half glasses.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they're nice to have, but I never drink.
I use them more as like my non-beer glasses too sometimes.
Like what I use my fucking shaker pints for.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna really kind of the next after Pilsner glass would be a pint glass. I'm not gonna.
No, we don't. Everyone knows what a pint glass is. Everyone knows what a Guinness type glass is.
Yeah. Or even like the Nonic shape ones where they have like the sort of like the ridge.
The no.
It's called Nonic. It looks like this.
Oh, so it's like an English. It's an English pint glass,
right? The 20-ounce glass.
The English pint glass. You'll get your casks in there and whatnot. That's how they serve them in pubs.
Yeah, it's called the Nonic glass.
Yep. Okay.
But it basically has like a ridge.
I don't actually own one of those.
I used to. No, I do own one.
Yeah, we do.
But I don't know if
that I stole from a place in Portland.
But I'd use it like as a regular pint glass normally. I don't use my Guinness glasses for anything other than Murphy's or Guinness or water.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like, I used to love Guinness, and I don't have any.
I still like Guinness.
I don't have any issue with it.
If I walk into a bar
never,
and all
I
they have
never.
is, because if you walk into a bar, they're normally gonna, if they don't have any craft beer, they're normally gonna have Bud Light, Budweiser, Miller Lite, whatever, right? All that stuff. There's probably gonna be. There's a good chance it's gonna be a Guinness tap, and that's what I'm like. Okay, fine.
Yeah, and I don't have an issue with Guinness, and I know some people prefer Murphy's. I prefer Guinness over Murphy's.
I
but
prefer Murphy's over Guinness.
that's because you're wrong. No big deal.
But
I mean,
that was years ago, and now I don't care as much. Like, I'm not gonna go out and
buy one or the other.
yeah. Like there's been a few times like the last like couple of months where I've actually bought a 4-pack of Murphy's just because.
Really?
I've walked in, I saw it in the store, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I don't remember the last time I bought a Murphy's, or I remember the last time I bought Murphy's. Last time I bought it, we were in Canada.
I lied. I didn't buy the Murphy's. My dad bought it for himself and realized it was the same exact thing as Guinness.
I remember I saw it in the fridge.
That's what it was. No, I didn't buy it. My dad did, yeah. And you know what? I didn't hate it. I thought it was still good, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But the last time I bought it, we were in Canada. Mm-hmm. And remember we cut the can open because we didn't know what the plastic thing was in there? We thought they fucked us.
Oh, you're right.
Remember that?
Yep.
Because we were like, what the fuck's in the can? And we were shaking around like, there's some bullshit. Like, we started freaking out.
You know what I want to do? I want to actually get an extra stout.
A Guinness extra stout?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
See if we still like it.
Yeah, it's not as good as I
What do you
remember.
mean?
Yeah, last time I had it, it wasn't that great.
I remember it being very chocolatey. Josh is telling you to drink that.
I know, I just took a sip.
Should we open one more? One more bomber?
Yes.
Okay.
The other one I have in there's kind of small.
Is it cold? Oh, is this one?
Yeah.
We could do that, or we could do. Actually, you know what? What's this? We could bring this to the place. I'm not going to say where we're going because you guys will follow us,
Obviously.
even though it's not posted till Tuesday. Either way, we could do this, or we could open up the porter. What do you want to do? And save this to bring with us.
Why don't we have that here because it's kind of small.
Okay.
But the bigger ones are better to share, and I have some bigger bombers to bring.
Well, I meant open a can I have of porter.
Oh, which porter is it?
Revolution, Eugene Porter.
Yeah, that'd be good.
No, let's not do that. Oh yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about something he had on the bottom shelf there. All right. Now,
Oh wait, we need to use. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
another glass that you're probably gonna run across, especially if you're drinking German beers. It's called a Stange. It's a traditional German glass, and Stange means stick, and it's a tall, slender cylinder used to serve delicate beers, amplifying malt and hop nuance.
Let me see.
It's sort of like Tom Collins-ish. It's really kind of a smaller glass. I've never been to Germany, but whenever I see
Let me see the glass.
Whenever I see people drinking like those yellow like Kolsch's and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
that's what they look like in those glasses, and they're small. They're like 12 ounces, right?
That's they make them as small as they also make them in 16 ounces. Like I have one of those glasses from the craft beer cellar that they gave me.
But they're for like Pilsners and Bocks and Goses and Kolsch's and Lambics. By the way, real quick, I was trying to buy a Kolsch today. Didn't have any at the store. Not even one.
Well, it's fucking November.
Yeah, I know, but I was hoping there'd be some left over.
Beer.
I don't care.
You should have went to the store next to Roma's, like I told you not to, because they have everything. Quick. Well, actually, this would be another Grinds My Gear story, which we want to do a segment of, but.
We only have a couple more glasses to talk about real quick. We've been stretching this out for a long time. I did want to beat the whole Spiegel thing, but
yeah.
Spiegel. Jesus, I'm so dumb and half drunk already.
That's really.
You're a bitch.
So
what do you think of this, Josh?
So,
this is a brewery in Chicago that just started distributing out in Mass.
And they're awesome. Everything I've had by them, I love so far.
Revolution Brewing.
This
is their Eugene Porter. All their it seems like all their normal stuff comes in cans. They do have bombers. There's no real nose, right? Is it just the glass for me?
It's the glass. Try mine.
Here, sniff this.
It's not a strong nose, but
I guess.
There's some chocolate in there though.
Yes.
I can smell it in yours.
Okay, maybe I'm not. Maybe my nose is stuffy.
Yeah, but you get chocolate in there for sure.
Yeah,
but it's roasty. There's some coffee in there.
That's right. I taste more.
Yeah.
I taste that more than
And
chocolate.
there's some like sweet malt.
Yeah. So that's not something you would expect to be canned, right?
No.
No.
I don't even care about that anymore.
Yeah, I know.
When people say like, "Oh, canned," I lost that a long time ago. Like Fat Tire and all them. No, this stuff's great.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really really good on the nose. I haven't tried it yet. What do you think of the taste, Swish?
It's good. No, I like it.
What do you taste in there?
Definitely coffee. And I don't know there's something sweet in there that. I'm not good at describing beers, but like.
No, I think I'm
You will be.
relatively new too as well.
You will be.
Yeah, there's roasted malt for sure. A little bit of chocolate, some coffee. I got more coffee on the nose than I do on the palate. Some burnt. I don't know. It's really really good though. I haven't had anything by Revolution that I haven't liked yet.
No, everything's been good. Everything's been really good.
All right. The glass we've been talking about off and on is the tulip shape, and the tulip shape. The benefit is that it gives you a lot of nose. I think you can it really concentrates the aromas on into one area for your nose to get to. It's supposed to capture and enhance volatiles, and it's supposed to induce and support large foamy heads. For me, again, it's my standard glass. It's maybe not the best, but I like it for general use beer drinking.
Makes me feel fancy.
Trust me, people, and it's not going to make Coors Light or Bud Light taste any better.
No. And the final glass before we start talking about like craft beer glasses, like the Spiegel glass, which we may actually not have time for.
But you know what? Also, the funny thing is, I think that all the Spiegel glasses are a glass under their own, because you're not going to find those at craft beer bars.
Nope, you won't. They're
maybe I'm sure there are bars that have them, right? We don't know about them, but
yeah, we don't know anything that's classy.
These are like the generic ones. Like maybe it could take maybe in a couple of years these will be.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like you could probably find a glass like I bought. Josh,
you can find those.
Yeah, like you find something like that at a bar. So
no, for sure. No, I mean all these you find at bars, but I think the Spiegelau series are more custom for the breweries that they made, because all the glasses they have, they are all made for, like the stout glass is made for Rogue.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but when they made the stout glass, the brewers from Rogue and Left Hand went and they brought beers from all various styles, not just their own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean they brought beers that they liked. Like one thing I like about like craft brewers, even the bigger ones, is that they're all kind of they do help each other out, and even like when I listen to like a podcast where they interview like brewers, like they spend more time talking about beers they like by other brewers than
it's great.
And they all like
except Sam Adams. Never him Jim Cox talk about any other fucking beer.
Well, because he hates IPAs.
Even what's his face from Harper.
Yeah, but Jim Cook had he gave a lot of IPAs out hops out at a discount price.
Yeah, yes, he did. He helped during the hop crisis, and he also gave money to the smaller brewers, which is fine, which is good. Which is okay. You can't fault him there, but he never talks about any other beer.
He doesn't talk about any of his own beers except the fucking Boston Lager.
Yeah,
he doesn't talk about anything but that fucking beer. And even when the Rebel IPA came out, there's an article I read where all he did was shit on IPAs. It's like, Jesus, you're fucking killing business, buddy.
I know.
So the final glass of your standard beer brewer is the Weissen glass. And we all have one, right?
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any at home, but I have a bunch in his mother's basement.
Let me see it real quick. Maybe I'm not thinking of it.
Standard Weissen glass.
Oh, you know what? That's what I think sometimes of the. No, I was thinking of that. That's what I think of like I have. Yeah, that's what I meant by that. But the Hef glass. I have like the smaller ones. Yeah.
Hef and Weissen glass.
But sometimes those I would see as a Pilsner glass too, because that's what they serve Pilsners a lot of in Germany.
Yeah, for sure. But
like I don't see those as Pilsner glasses.
No, that's what they call them.
Yeah,
and ultimately I don't care because they're awesome glasses.
Yeah.
And if you see the box, it doesn't. It shows it with the dark beer in the box. It's pretty cool. But it's for like wheat beers and Dunkelweissens. We
Dunkels.
I think people forget about Dunkels, but Dunkels are awesome.
I had a Dunkel the other day. It was from the Sam Adams Long Shot. It was their homebrewer competition.
Yep.
And it was fantastic.
Just have you ever had a Dunkelweissen?
Not that I know of, but hanging out with you guys, I've tried
She
some
probably
of these.
had, but we haven't had. I don't think we've had many.
We haven't had a Dunkel in a long time.
No, we should try to get more like.
I've had many of these little glasses filled with shit. I have no
You know
idea
what? We
it
could do
was.
some episodes like Germany, Belgium, just like various styles. Just like
We have to find a place that does imports.
we can. That's easy to do for German stuff and Belgian stuff.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Belgian stuff for sure.
Yeah.
German stuff is hit or miss, though. You never you
the
find the Spaten sometimes.
Frankenhana, Spaten, Hofbrauhaus. Well, Hofbrauhaus is the name of their brew pub, but Hofbrau. But yeah.
But Dunkels is a style I forget sometimes because I'm really a big fan of Dunkels. I'm a big fan of Schwarz beers.
Schwarzbiers are Schwarzbiers I liked a lot of years ago, and now it's like now I still like them, but they're definitely something I have to share. I used to be able to drink a whole one to my face.
No, so 90% of beers, even the ones I bring here, I drink. I only share.
Yeah,
and even like I brought him up to the craft beer place in Nashua, and the fun part is sharing the beer. Like I don't know how much he spent on each of his beers or anything, but I know what I spent, and it's not a big deal to me. Some people say, "Oh, you spent like $9.50 on a bottle of beer." I'm like, well, it's a 22-ounce bottle.
Yeah.
It has more alcohol.
Yeah, and they're higher alcohol and
better quality. You know that they put a lot of like their heart and soul into it, especially if it's like a newer craft or a smaller brewery.
But even beyond that,
and it's probably still not putting food on the table. You buying that one bottle of beer,
right? But even beyond that, the fun about the beer is sharing it with you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Like some of the most fun times I have is sharing beer. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Like during the week, I like if I want a beer, like I'll go to my fridge and I'll be like, well, Mike hasn't had this and I haven't had it. I don't want to drink this, but without sharing it.
Even I brought home that 4-pack of Hetty last week.
Yeah.
And the other 4-pack's still here.
Yeah.
I bought a couple off you. And I was like, I can have a Hetty, or I can give one. I can split in half with me and Josh.
Yeah.
And do I need the whole beer? Not really. I just wanted to have one because I'd like to taste.
Yeah. And
I can have a whole can if I like, but it's more fun. I'd like to talk about the beer.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I enjoy so much now.
Yep.
And the fact that Josh is opening up his horizons in that way is awesome because
something way different.
What's that?
I thought you were gonna say I'm opening other things. Like
well,
my asshole.
You are.
Yeah, but you do that on your own. but it's awesome. Like even just like talking about when he's looking at IPAs, I was like I laughed because the very last time the last time I was up there with him was when we had that argument. I was buying a beer. He's like, I can't believe you spent $9.50 on that. And we went over and he was buying some Budweiser, and I said, in some countries you can't even call that beer. And he's like, fuck you.
And now look where we are today.
I'll still drink Budweiser. Don't get me wrong.
No, I understand that.
But son, this is around New Year's of last year. Yeah. And to think of it's great because
it started around your birthday, right? April when we went down.
Yeah. He had he jumped in the deep end because we started with a double IPA really because he started off with Harpoon IPA. He would humor me by drinking the Harpoon because at Buck's Bar that's like their standard.
And honestly, yeah, that's probably well for you drinking it is probably a lot harsher than
for us.
But when I remember when I was just drinking the beer you were drinking and then going to Harpoon, I remember being like, this is fucking gross.
Yeah, we all did it.
Yeah,
we all did it.
It's like it's a rite of passage.
Well, so, it was
where you think Harpoon's a real IPA.
Well, we'd go down to the bar and we'd just split a pitcher, and so we'd have to kind of decide on something. And he's like, I'll go down to this, and I'll go up to that. So we meet at Harpoon usually.
That makes sense. That's fair enough.
It's not too offensive. I mean, is what it is. And then the only reason why we jumped to that double IPA is because Josh like, I don't think so. And then guy said it was 8.5%. Josh was like, $11 for a pitcher.
What was the double IPA?
I think it was by Newburyport.
Oh, Newburyport. Yeah.
Nice. It's fucking good.
Yeah,
it's a really good double IPA. So we ended up putting down like 3 or 4 pitchers in like an hour.
Yeah.
You got fucking wasted.
Yeah.
And I think right there that was out of Josh's greediness to get drunk. Greediness to get
for the least
wrecked.
amount of
That's
money.
the way you start getting people that like craft beer, and then like they'll actually start appreciating and drinking it in small little samples.
But it was $10.50 for a pitcher of this shit.
Yeah,
It was 8.5% or something. It was,
Yeah.
Yep.
But and then all of a sudden, like he was buying the 15 packs of the all day IPA.
Yeah, all day IPA is great.
And he was doing the tastings with us.
I
And,
saw you walking with an all day IPA.
oh, it's right behind me. It's awesome.
Nice. Is it already cold?
It's I took it out of the fridge.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's cool that I can share the stuff because a lot of times like I'd be drinking it and Josh would talk shit about it, so I talk shit about his Miller or Bud.
I would just look over and be like, fucking gross.
So it's fun, and the thing is like I know he doesn't really mind the Bud or whatever, but it's nice that I can have a heady topper and split it.
Yeah.
But just throwing this out there, I can't like drink some of this, then drink a Budweiser. That's
No,
fucking
you can't.
gross.
It's
You
impossible.
cannot go back. You cannot go
You might as
back.
well just have a water.
Like I a couple months ago, I had bought like we were just saying the Founders all day IPA, and I went to a cookout, and I was drinking them. Some lady wanted to try mine, and I was like, "You're not gonna like this if you're drinking Bud Light." And she tried it and like almost spit it at me. So I took a sip of hers and almost spit it back at her. I'm like, I can't do that. Nope.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And the thing is, like if it's really hot out and someone has a really cold, like shitty American Pilsner, I can drink it. It's fine. But like you can't go from drinking like a Founders.
No.
You can't backtrack because it tastes like you're drinking fucking vomit.
Yeah, you just kill yourself.
It's horrible. No. Sean and I want to introduce a new segment to the show.
I don't think we have time.
We don't have time?
No.
You can't bust them out in 3 minutes?
I guess. We can try.
Let's do it. We want to call it grinding gears.
So this is I don't know about Mike, but I don't know if Mike got it from this, but I think Family Guy.
No,
So I thought of immediately when
Does the Family Guy Peter
what
Griffin has a
grinds my
segment
gears?
grinding my yeah, you know what really grinds my gears? It's
Oh,
Peter
no,
Griffin. It's a Peter
I-
Griffin Family Guy segment.
I thought about it because I wanted to do my own podcast where I just bitched about shit, and I thought the gendrin grinding gears, like the GGG.
Okay.
Sorry, it's my bad. I don't watch Family Guy, so I have watched it, but
Okay.
I don't watch it.
Maybe
Sorry.
we should change the segment name then to something. But yeah, no, but we can keep there. There's basically stuff that like pisses us off.
So-
you don't have one this week, right?
No, this is yours.
So I do. Sorry. I had two, but now I have one because the second one I totally forgot about. But the first one was the one I was talking about earlier. So I'm an Android user. I
Yep.
love Android. I used to be an iOS user. I used to have two phones, one for work, one for personal, and then one with the work phone was an iPhone. But before that, I also had a personal iPhone. Either way, I was attached to the Apple ecosystem years ago, so I had music and app and iTunes and whatnot.
Like a year and a half ago.
It was more than that.
How long ago?
Oh no, it was a year ago. The last time I had an iPhone.
Yeah.
About a year and a half ago. Last time, but that was still my work iPhone. But either way,
Yeah.
regardless,
Yep.
I had a lot of music before that went DRM free, and I never like paid extra to get it un-DRM'd. So with the launch of Apple Music, Apple's new like subscription music service or whatever, they decided they saw the light and they're like, oh, we're going to release an Android app too because everyone else has a subscription service. Maybe Android users would like it too, and the cost seems good, whatever. But I'm not going to pay for it because I don't need a subscription music service right now. But I saw the app come out and I was like, oh, sign into it and I'm going to get all
The old music.
my old music that I had. No.
No, because Apple Music is not iTunes.
And I thought I haven't been following enough to realize it wasn't. And like, I turned to that girlfriend and I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, what? I'm like, I signed in Apple Music. They just released an Android app, and I don't have any. I just thought I would sign in, and I would get all my iTunes music that I had before. She's like, yeah, the iTunes app is different than the music app, and I was like, well, that's fucking retarded. Then Mike called me today, and I had the same like
Talk.
thing, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was
Yeah.
like, I guess it's really not. It just aggravates me. Like, I guess it makes sense, like business model wise, but like, why
would-
don't they just?
I think if they would just
Everyone
get-
else does it.
I think if they would just do an iTunes app, it would make things easier.
There's
They'd make more money.
Google Music has
Amazon.
has well, Amazon is not really a phone. Well, yeah, they could lock it to their Amazon phones, but then they'd be fucking out of business.
Yeah.
But Google has an iOS app, Google Music iOS app. I'm pretty sure Xbox Music, which I don't know who the fuck uses Xbox Music, but if they do use Xbox Music, it's not tied to the Windows Phone.
No.
Like I don't know why they wouldn't just release like an iTunes.
Especially because they have a PC interface.
Now, I do want to research that I'm not going to do it, but if I did say sign up for Apple Music, would my music show up?
I don't think it matters because I
think I can do a trial.
Because Apple Music is basically like Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can still get full albums. But it should give me all the. Oh yeah, then it wouldn't make a sense because probably all the stuff that I already bought is probably already in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's aggravating.
And that's why you're grinding your gears.
And you know what? And I'm pretty sure I've already re-downloaded all the stuff that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could because I haven't had that stuff on even my iPhone. I think I probably downloaded it. I definitely downloaded it illegally, but I figured I already purchased it. Right?
I don't think you ever need that excuse.
But yeah, it was a handful of CDs. But yeah, I don't know. That just really aggravated me.
Yeah, and that's why we have this segment.
Yeah, and it's just a shitty like thing that we have going on nowadays with different services and different companies. Like,
it's pretty brutal, and all the companies are doing it. You know, like not so much with the music, but a lot of things where I feel like, you know, I have all my stuff in different baskets. I wish I could just put it all into one basket.
Your device locked, your not carrier locked, but your vendor locked.
No, but not even that. Just like I have movies on
Vudu,
and I have ones on iTunes. Not.
I have a bunch on iTunes too. Yeah.
So they're both separate, except for my Disney stuff, which I'm so glad. Like, by Disney, I mean like my Marvel and my fucking Lucasfilms.
Right.
And Pocahontas.
I don't have Pocahontas, but I wish I did.
It's on Netflix, anyways.
Is it? I don't give a shit about Pocahontas.
Yeah, sure you don't.
I don't. I like Fox and the Hound though.
That's on Netflix too.
Is it,
dude?
Dibs.
No shit.
Pretty much all the Disney. If you know what you
I need to get drunk and watch that movie.
You know what you need to do if you want to find those movies?
Go to Children's.
Go to Kids. You would be surprised how much shit is on there.
That's where I found Batman: Brave and the Bold.
that's where I found that like really shitty like kids Batman one. Remember the one like where they made the toy sets?
Yeah.
I put it on the other day. I'm not gonna go too much into it because we really got to sign off.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I shut it off after like 5 minutes. It was like so bad.
Alrighty, we ended on a bad Batman film.
Yeah, a bad Batman film. Do not watch like Batman and Monsters. It's not any of the regular DC animated
the toy
stuff.
The stuff you see at Target.
Yeah, it's like the straight to toy DVD. Like because of the toy, it's really bad. We did have some new stuff, but you know what? We don't need to touch on it. It wasn't. We really got to get out of here. We have plans.
All right, so
we don't disappoint, but hopefully you like this segment with Glass and stuff.
With our guest that didn't talk much, Josh.
He talked a decent amount. He talked a pretty good amount.
He talked more than he did last time.
Yeah.
But not like... When Josh gets really drunk, he gets really talkative. He's not drunk yet.
I'm just tired.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, our guest, Joshua, and then...
I'm Sean.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Nerd Sense.
I was
leave me alone.
I was a damnable atheist even at the time.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
No.
I'm smart about it now.
Oh yeah, no, and I'd say up until maybe freshman year of high school, I wasn't a devout Catholic or anything like that, but I believed a lot of what was in the Bible. And then once I got to high school and realized, hey, masturbation feels pretty good.
And you're like,
it's not a lie.
Like,
it's not a sin.
Real
Fuck
life.
the Bible.
Luckily, I don't think masturbation is a sin in the Bible. I think this is priests just tell you.